This is the Sinclair Tremolo. So what you've got is you've got a little wire that acts as a little clip held in place down here with a little thumb wheel that's got a spring on it, so you can set it so that when it's in the tremolo it stops, so that it's not floating, that it just stops on the front of the guitar cavity, and that way you can just use it for drop downs. So that's how this one's designed. It's also designed, it's a very early sort of copy license of the Floyd Rose, so they've gone to town with their own design. They've got little Allen key grub screws here which lock the strings in place, which is quite unusual for a Floyd Rose style of tremolo. Everything else is quite normal. You've got the fine tuners here, like, so the base plate is relatively normal. The fine tuners obviously is custom, as well as the saddles, but they've obviously got the license and adapted it slightly. They have moved the adjuster, the intonation adjuster, off to the side, which is a quite nice feature, so you can get at it a little bit more easily. But what you've got with this one is you have a little clip at the bottom, and this is a tremolo arm, and that tremolo arm locks into that little clip there. It's also machined down from this point so that it'll go into that collar at the bottom. So what we have here is a collar at the top that lives inside the tremolo here. So it lives in this little socket here, and what you want to do is you want to set it up so it's like the Allen key goes in here at this angle. Thank you very much. The Allen key goes in here at this angle, and this little insert goes in here, and it should sort of be in the middle going across there, the cutting. So there's a cutting at the bottom, and that cutting should go across the middle here, so that the Allen key pushes up and pushes on half of it. So we're going to take this, insert it in there. It's going to be a bit of a struggle because it is kind of tight, and if you can see that, I don't know if you can see that. I've sort of tried to get it 50-50. I don't know if you can see that from there. Right, so I'm just going to pop it in, grab a little piece of wood, a little piece of timber, give that a little push in. So now we've got the collar inserted, we can now basically take the tremolo arm, pop that in, and it should just clip in place to that clip and stay fairly accurately in position. So it's relatively tight. If it does become loose over time, as they will do, you can tighten that in, and it's always best just to tighten that into finger tight just to hold it in place anyway. So that'll be the next step, and then you can obviously set that Allen key for how tight you want the tremolo arm. At the minute this is fairly tight because it's brand new in there with a new collet, so that's fairly tight. But that will become loose over time, and tightening of this Allen key will be required to tighten it up. So in most of the packs I have included two collars, and they are what are going to get worn down in time. So yeah, you should be able to get a long life out of the tremolo arms that you get from these packages. Love moves around with the camera.